What is up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. We're back. I apologize for not streaming yesterday. I got home pretty late. But yeah. What will we be driving today? Formula 4 at Virginia International Raceway. I just realized I got a haircut like 2 weeks ago. 3. And I already need a haircut again. They cut it too long. So, but yeah. We're not running too late for the race. I'm just gonna register regardless. The race starts in 2 minutes, or the race session starts in 2 minutes. We are again driving Formula 4 at Virginia with the Red Bull livery. It will always be Red Bull. The dream is to get to Red Bull F1 from sim racing, which is very possible. Max Verstappen he didn't start with sim racing, but he is a very big sim racer, and it it can happen. It works. I'm gonna join practice. But yeah, it's gonna be a great race. I practice a lot. I'm able to set a 151 like within one hot lap. I do think I can hit a 149, maybe. But a 149 is very possible. So yeah, just waiting. Yep. Let's see. All right, we got our gloves. It is loading pretty quickly now. Um, let's see. I don't have the view count on my phone, so I'm just gonna open that up real quick. Virginia is a very fun racetrack. I really like this one. I've driven here in the FF 1600, or I was going to, and then I was also, I think, I either did race or I was going to, and in the M2 CS, and I either did or was going to race in the FF 1600. All right, it loaded. Qualifying for a race session is about to begin. Usually it would just join us into the official race session. I don't know why I didn't do that, but nonetheless, it is very good to be back. Let's hope not to be involved in another racing incident like we had on Monday. Monday was a very unfortunate. Was it no, on Tuesday? Let's hope not to get none of that. Um, I don't really think that's gonna happen. For one, because today is Thursday. You start seeing a pattern, especially me, that I've been racing for a good minute now. Basically what happens is at the start of the week when the car track combo is new, everybody's still trying to learn it. Everybody's pushing the car too hard. Some corners they take either too fast, too slow, overslow the car, or just get into a media oversteer or a media understeer, which causes crashes. By the end of the week, um, usually it's by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everybody's already kind of perfected their laps again, perfected in the sense of what they can do, right? Because it I'll say perfected because it's their fastest lap, but it's still like a 150 or like a 152. Y'all know what I mean? You just get the hang of it, right? And that is what's happening here. I really don't think a lot of people are gonna crash, 100%. Everybody, like a lot of people, always crash in in the Formula 4, but it's just a part of racing, and in Formula 4 especially, it's about survival. So, which I'm running 55% brake bias. We had some good little saves. Look at this save right here. Ooh, save the car. And then right through here, the car was sliding everywhere, but it was so fun. Oh, no. Show me. Show me. Show me the thing. See, the car slides through here and through here. Just sliding the entirety of that. See, you can see the tire streaks. It was very fun through there. We will jump into qualifying. One lap should run us. So the first lap, the out lap, should run us around, I think, a 210. The second lap should be a 150 something, but it should be below 153. And then the last lap should be the perfect hot lap. So we should, I think, use the entirety of qualifying. And I will talk to you guys after qualifying because this is like, it's qualifying. I mean. Ooh, horrible qualifying session. Could not find the limit at all. It's just that, especially you guys will see this if you guys ever try out sim racing and you guys actually get like really into sim racing. Whenever you're in qualifying, you try to, how do I put it? You try to push the car past its limit, which most of the time ends up in spinning. Which again, that does not mean you're a slow driver. If anything, that means you're a very fast driver. The fact that I have a tendency to push the car past its limit is in itself a good thing. It is very much a good thing. The only thing that we have to learn is how to control that. So there's that. Yeah, look, this guy from Brazil. Hey, shout out to all my Brazil viewers. I absolutely love Brazil. Cena sempre, and just all of that Brazilian stuff. I absolutely love it. Like, more so just, I would love to go to Sao Paulo. Ayrton Senna is my biggest, like, he was such a good driver. It just genuinely inspires me. And just the culture of Brazil is so cool. But also, I will, like, although I absolutely love Brazil, I will never leave, like, Viva Mexico is what I'll say. And yeah, Viva Mexico 100%. But Brazil is very much second in that. We are racing against some other that this guy has my first name as his last name. There are a couple Mexicans, Eduardo Iturbe, Isaiah Guzman, and most of them are Spanish. But yeah, I'm going to grid. This is again going to be a 15-minute race, but I do think it's only going to be like 7 laps. 7 or 8 laps.
The estimated strength of field is 1,095. It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp. Five cars left to grid.
Still a lot of cars left to grid. The fastest lap I believe was a 151 that I have set a 151 and oh, it's a 150.9. I've set a 151 in practice.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Green, green, green. Right side, you're in the middle, 3 wide. Left side, 2 wide. Right side, stay on the left. Go left, clear on the right. Car right, clear.
Of course.
Car on your left, clear on the right, 2 wide.
Move.
On the right, 3 wide. Left side, 2 wide. Go left.
Oh my god. Okay, we got out of it without damage. It was just a tap from the back or something, but we are still good. We are still in the race.
Left side.
Just gonna brake really late.
Stay on the right. Clear.
catching up on the black F4, which is car number 10 of Isaiah Guzman, who is a fellow Mexican driver.
You're in the top 10. Car right. You're on the left, 3 wide. Car right, 2 wide. Left side,
Move.
keep to the right. Clear.
Made us lose crazy positions.
Your front wing is gone. Probably lost major downforce. Watch for understeer.
Oh yeah, understeer like crazy. That is one thing people have to learn about racing. Like, learn to take risks, but not risks like those. Because there's a difference between taking risks and like taking dumb decisions like that one where you decide to go 3 wide into a corner that's meant for 2 cars. And now I have no downforce on my front wing. You guys saw how much I had to brake. This guy behind me is about to pass me.
Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line.
Oh,
Clear on the left.
of course.
The car behind has gone off.
We're gonna keep going regardless. I might come into the pits to repair it. I'm gonna see where we're at. If we're in last place, then yeah, I'm gonna go into the pits. That is a
Car on your left. Clear.
okay. I got speeding in the pits. Hold for 40 seconds. Awesome, absolutely awesome.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Black flag penalty for speeding in the pits, and all tires are changed. Did they replace my front wing? But yeah, like my fellow Mexican driver, Isaiah Guzman, if you ever come upon this video, please don't take decisions like those. 3 wide into a 2-car corner or into a very tight hairpin is not a good idea. That is something that a lot of people have to learn, that risks are very much necessary in racing. I am very much take risks in racing, but
That's it, go.
don't do stuff like that that could ruin somebody else's race or ruin your own race in that. So yeah, they replaced the front wing.
The car in C1 just set past the flat. 51.025.
Okay. With the time that's going to take to repair this car and with the amount of incident points that we have, it is no longer worth it to continue the race. I don't know what happened to the race spotter, but this definitely sucks. It was a race that I was looking forward to. Again, stuff like this happens. It's part of racing. Sometimes it's just not cut out for us in the specific day. Oh, let's see. Lime Rock Park. Oh, that's a FF1600. One of these was racing in Lime Rock Park. Was it? Oh, yeah, the Americas. But that one starts in like an hour, I think. Yeah, an hour. Um. Anyways, let's see. I don't know what we will definitely be racing Formula 4 tomorrow because we have not had a good race yet, and that is something that I want before the season end. Not before the season ends, but like before again, this might not like how do I put it? Just like real life, just like how some race car drivers don't have a good weekend, just like how on some weekends Max Verstappen might not win the race or he might crash in the car, something like that happens. Just as that happens for high performance athletes, that happens for esports drivers as well. So these are just things that I know I gave it my all in that race, and from what happened, it is just yeah, but we're in a pretty good position. Um Next week we'll be driving, I think it's Mugello or something. Schedule. Oh, it's Suzuka. We will definitely be driving Suzuka next week. That is sick. That's actually so cool. I've always Suzuka. So the hard thing about when you're a racing enthusiast, especially not so much racing enthusiast as much as a sim racer, the hard thing about being a sim racer sometimes is that you drive on so many tracks and so many of them are so good, you don't know which one to choose. Like for me, I absolutely love Watkins Glen. I Barcelona Catalunya, um Barcelona Catalunya, Watkins Glen. So my top four I would say are the Nordschleifer, Suzuka, Spa, Interlagos, or the Nürburgring Nordschleifer, Suzuka Circuit, Spa Francorchamps, and if you're using it's just Interlagos, but the official name is Jose Carlos Pace Autodrome. So yeah, but those are my personal favorites. But then again, there are racetracks like Virginia, um, Barcelona Catalunya, Watkins Glen. There's another one. Daytona Inner Road Course is a super fun racetrack. As well as just in general. Once we get to C class, I'm gonna start racing Formula 3. But yeah, Sebring's also really fun. Oh yeah, Mount Panorama. Mount Panorama is another super fun racetrack. Like it is a super fun racetrack, especially on the downhill spots where you're going downhill on the corners and the section behind it. I think it's like sector 2 and 3, something like that. Oh, Monza. I was forgetting Monza. Let's see, there's like a million racetracks that I could say are my favorites, but out of all of them, my absolute favorite are the Nordschleifer, Suzuka, Spa, and Interlagos. I'm gonna close this. Let's open up Content Manager, to which Content Manager is for Assetto Corsa. So basically, we're just gonna be playing Assetto Corsa. Um, I saw that we. So I don't know if you guys know, but I currently reside in Dallas Fort Worth, in that like vicinity at least. Arlington had a racetrack, to which I've lived in Arlington. Like my grandparents used to live there, and it's like 30 minutes from here, 20 or 30 minutes from here. It is such a cool city. It has the AT&T Stadium, the Globe Life, all of that. It is a really cool city. And it's just, especially, it resonates a lot with me whenever I've lived there. Like it's a city that I grew up with. Like I grew up more in the DFW area, but Arlington has definitely been a big part of that. It's like a really, really cool city. And yeah, just everything about it. I grew up around there, and what I like is that IndyCar came. IndyCar came and made a street circuit out of that place. And look at this. Look at this. I know this might sound random until you guys see that I actually have the racetrack. We are going to be driving this right now. We are going to be driving it in an Indy car as well as in a BMW G87 or like a Miata, and we will also be racing or driving the 2026 Formula One cars because I want to give you guys insight on insight upon driver inputs. Like basically every single driver on in Formula One is saying that the everybody, I think, besides Kimi Antonelli, and for everybody except the people in Ferrari and Mercedes, because they're like really liking the regulations, they're winning a lot. But from what I've seen, most drivers don't like these cars, so I will also put my own inputs. We will be driving the Cadillac 2026 as well as the F1 2026 Alpha, which is another version, but the Cadillac 2026 is, from what I think, the the most realistic. So this is definitely one we will be driving, but this is the Indy car that we'll be driving. It is very fun. One thing I will say, I drove the street circuit yesterday. It is incredibly bumpy. Also keep in mind, again, I the thing that resonates with me a lot is the fact that I have driven on these roads, and I've lived through these places. Like I've driven through the places where we will be driving today. And that is just something really cool to me. Um Again, the roads are very bumpy because it's a road. It's not a racetrack. It's not paved to be a racetrack. So that is why it is very bumpy, but you just gotta go with it. This is a Chevy. It is an, I believe it's a Delara IR05. It is very loud. And I will walk you guys through what part of the circuit this is. This right here is okay. This is Randall Mill. This is the Cowboy Stadium parking. This is Randall Mill. But I will tell you guys right now, no, my apologies, that is not Randall Mill. This is, okay, that is the AT&T Stadium over there. There is a Walmart on this road. And again, you guys can see how bumpy it is. And there should be the Globe Life Stadium right passing these is the Globe Life Stadium. Yeah, right there is that. This is Ballpark Way because of the Globe Life Stadium over there. I will restart. I'm gonna do like 2 more laps in this car. Oh, cockpit adjustable turbo. I didn't know I can do that. This is for turbo. Yes, I can. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, let's do a couple laps of this. instead with no commentary. As you guys can see, very, very bumpy. Okay, let's back to pits. Let's do this in another car. I already drove it in the Indy car, which again, that first turn, it is a very unforgiving, like you don't know it's there basically, so it's kind of hard, like you forget that it's there, so you're like flying down the main straight and then boom, you get hit by that. You just all of a sudden see a turn, the thing just turns to the side. We will be driving the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup. drive another car. Let's continue with that Indy car. Um, and then I will show you guys the Cadillac versus the Red Bull at Spa. I just need to do 2 clean laps on this circuit, and then I will continue with whatever you guys want. Oh, okay. Just give me 2 good laps. That was my mistake. I was flooring it. You know what? That's good enough. Cadillac 2026 at Spa. This will be a show because, like, a real show of what is going on in Formula One. Because I am a very, very good driver with the RB20, which is the successor to the RB19. It is a very, I know the car very well, basically. I can drive that car very, very well. And it'll be just to show like how much slower the new cars are, as well as how much more brakes you need to use. So I knew this week was the 12 Hours of Sebring. I did not know it was the Grand Prix of Brazil for MotoGP. I don't know if you guys know, but I do watch MotoGP as well as NLS. Although there is not going to be Formula One, Max Verstappen will be driving at NLS 2 on Friday through Sunday, which is very, very cool. I wonder if you can even go flat out through Eau Rouge anymore. Oh, you very much can. Okay, that's good to know at least. I will say a lot of downforce on this car, definitely. Is one thing that I noticed. You can take a lot of turns. See, like right there. I will do one more lap because that other lap counts it as the time we were in the pits as well. I think you might be able to do that flat out. We ended with 154.627, which again, I do feel like I can push harder on the car. I just want to give a fair benchmark. So as of now, it's a 154.627. So I'm going to see. Spa Francorchamps lap record is set by... Okay, so it shows it is set by Valtteri Bottas, who clocked a 146 286 in 2018, but the faster lap was by Kimi Raikkonen in 2004 at a 145 108. So basically it's a 145. Actually, I don't know why it says a 146 because the fastest qualifying sprint for Oscar Piastri is a 140. A 140 is extremely fast, but we will drive this Red Bull. Where did it go? We're going to drive the RB24 around here 2 laps and see where they end up. One thing I will say is that although the Cadillac has more downforce, I think, you need to brake a lot. The center of gravity is very high because of the large battery. Or the larger battery, I'll say. Oh my god. Okay. No. Oh, what could that lap have been? Lap ruined. That was something that was. The whole lap was absolutely insane. Okay, theoretical was 153. I do think that's what we set. Again, what was our fastest lap? I didn't even save it, I think. It was a what, 47.2? Or 57? I remember, chat. Do you guys remember? Chat, throw something, throw the lap time. Because I honestly do not remember anymore. But yeah, great driving. It is an insane lap. Again, what I will put on my inputs upon is that, so I will be completely realistic with you guys right now. Do I think the new cars are better? Yes and no. Why yes and no? Because the Red Bull, I can downshift very, again, here's what I'll say. Before I speak anything and before I cause controversy, I am not driving the accurate versions of these cars. So I say that because this is the most realistic simulation that there is of this car. So it is the most accurate. But keep in mind that my steering wheel has one, two, three, four, five, 10, and 3 dials. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then 17, 18, 19. There are 19 buttons on a Formula One steering wheel. Let me put this in real quick. There are over 140 buttons and things that you actively have to manage. So, will I say that the Cadillac is more fun to drive? I will say yes and no because the old Red Bull, the 2024 Red Bull, it is very large. It is very big. So that does affect handling in itself. And the new Cadillacs are very much smaller. Much smaller. So although the new Cadillacs, I do like that the new Cadillacs or the new Formula One regulations in general, they are significantly smaller. That is something that I very much enjoy. It makes car handling a lot more fun, I would say. But it's like a big, you have to trail brake a lot into corners. High speed for these cars are like 193, 195. You have to trail brake a lot. You have to brake excessively into a lot of corners. A lot about the new cars comes with also the fact that I am not controlling any of this, right? I am just driving upshift, downshift, upshift, downshift. And I do think it is very, very annoying for the drivers to have to be thinking about a million things at once while four cars, which that is racing, that is Formula One, that is what I'm signing up for. If any teams are watching, I'm free. I am fully available. Okay, it just did the thing. No, stop tracking. Okay, there. But yeah, 2024 cars again. The size was a Cadillac Escalade, not in height, but a Cadillac Escalade in width and length. That is how long and wide they were. So I can definitely understand the drivers. But yeah, that is my input. I will talk more on this tomorrow and Maybe on Saturday we'll be racing Virginia Formula 4 tomorrow, Virginia International Raceway, 15 minutes race duration. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace.